Hello, welcome to my goodbye video. Not going to be very edited, but it's going to be more like a solo podcast from where I'm going to talk about my entire journey from the past 3 years as a content creator. I'm going to talk about my channel, my projects, most events I joined, and most importantly, people I met along the way. I think most of this video is going to be dedicated to the people, so if you feel like you have interacted with me a bunch, you have a big chance to be mentioned in the video. Yep, it is going to be very long, and I can't possibly know the exact length. So I'm not going to put in timestamps in, obviously. So you can just skip to the part where you're in. Just yeah, I this video is going to be very important to me, and I hope very important to people I know, my friends and people I met. So I want them to watch the entire video. It's very important. You can probably skip the parts where I mentioned the other people that I knew, but I wanna say that when I'm gonna talk about the people I know, obviously I'm gonna like connect all the dots. I'm gonna talk about the stuff that is around it, everything about this. Yeah, it's going to be very long, probably sentimental towards the end, but yeah, we'll get to that later. Okay, my beginning. Well, I got a little script here, but I'm gonna like be exactly following the script. It's just more like a bunch of points I'm gonna follow, so I can like keep track of what I'm saying, basically. I guess my channel. Yeah, I had it a bit before I made my first video. Um, Basically, I had my channel connected with my email. Before I had the channel before I uploaded my first video, which was on the 19th September of 2020. My first videos, actually, there were more of them, even though only one is public to today, which is the Minecraft button silently staring at you. Yeah, my first videos weren't the best quality ever. What I did at the start, I basically didn't have any followers at all, any subscribers, any people who actually would watch my videos. So I went down the wrong path that made me create alt accounts on YouTube and watch my videos through my alt accounts so I would get like more people and more algorithm. And I hate to say it, but it actually kind of worked because I gained more and more people. I joined the bit weird trends like the I don't want to like swear into the I don't know if I should probably should the whole like popular trends that were going on, like shit ass memes or whatever. I just joined like a bunch of these, and it kind of boosted my algorithm a bit, but I still wasn't really sure what am I doing. Then, actually, before I uploaded my first video, I was already watching MCC for a bit. It was like, I was watching my favorite streamers and so on. I was just enjoying it. But then on YouTube, I never really was looking for MCC content. I was just watching on Twitch whenever someone mentioned it. Like, obviously, I'm gonna talk about the CCs about MCC later. Um, yep, I first found out Animagician. It was my first person who introduced me to MCC content on YouTube, and it was the predictions. It was simple predictions from Animagician. He made for like MCC 10, I think, or before that. I watched a bunch, and then I realized I could do this as well. It's pretty fun, and I enjoy MCC. I could do this. Do some other stuff as I enjoy it. I'm good. I'm good at stats and so on. So yeah, maybe I could try this. Well, I uploaded my first MCC video on the 11th of October, uh, which was the MCC 11 predictions, and I gotta say I never felt like this ever on my channel before. Like the amount of jump I got, basically from getting like 20 views per video to instantly like over 1K, I was overwhelmed. I didn't know what was going on. I was like very happy when YouTube was actually doing something. It was just something very satisfying for me. I didn't have to watch my videos through my alts to actually gain views. It was something that I enjoyed doing, and other people were enjoying watching me, even though the videos were pretty bad quality compared to what I have today, for example. But still, um, yeah. it was just a passion project. I didn't really think much of it. It was actually 3 years ago, so 2020. Yeah, that was the COVID year, so that was basically me at home, bored, don't know what to do, so I just made a YouTube channel. Because why not? And yeah, that was when the MCC viewership actually exploded towards the end of season one and the start of season two. That was basically where I started making more and more videos. Um, as the time went on, I grew. I got 100 subs, and then the very weird thing that I still cannot really understand from my POV is December 2020 when I uploaded two of my videos, which were creating the best Minecraft Championship player, which I simply put like the best player for every single MCC game I saw, and the season one statistics, like the averages. I have no idea why. Those thumbnails look awful. The videos have like pretty bad quality. But for that time it probably was okay. No one really did that stuff on YouTube. And those videos got over 40,000 views. I was like, what the hell is going on? My my YouTube studio, my phone, like the app, probably contributors know, was like exploding with notifications and everything. I was just at that point was just, oh my god, it's really growing. I can actually do this. I didn't gain much subs from these videos. I think I only grew like 50 subs, so from 100 to 150 or around that. But it was like something that really motivated me to do more videos. And yeah, unfortunately, season one ended, so I had to wait a bit to MCC season two. But I had this big boom that I wanted to like build upon, and but I realized that I did my simulations, like my simulations I did in my Excel sheets, like for fun. I just imagined like custom teams. I did all this stuff. Basically, it was just another passion project of mine that I really think about putting on YouTube. Then I realized I haven't seen anyone do this. Maybe it would be a good like filler for this MCC break that was between season one and between season two because no one really experienced that kind of break around MCC. Well, when it was popular around MCC, basically every month, maybe even twice a month. But then just December 2020, season one ended, and everyone was just starving for MCC content. That's where I put out my first MCC simulation. It was like MCC simulation with viewers. I basically asked my viewers to be my MCC simulation with the MCC participants, and then I did a simulation, which, to be fair, it was one of the most fun phases of my content creation. I was really having fun. This is something that I enjoyed doing at the time. Obviously, it took a lot of time, and I gotta say, it it kind of drained me as a person mentally and physically as well. It was really time consuming, but still it was kind of okay for my channel standards. I mean, the videos were getting like insane viewerships, over 1K per simulation basically, and I think my record is like 90 live viewers during my premieres, which is like crazy stuff for like small content creators like me. People were really excited to see the teams for the simulations, see how the simulations planned out, and everything. Even though the simulations were pretty flawed at times, they had a lot of issues in them. Yeah, I if I would like to have them perfectly, like without any bad details, anything, I would just probably collapse from all of the pressure because it was immense. I didn't really know how to keep up with it. Yeah, it was it was a lot of there was a lot of pressure on me, and yeah, then season two reappeared, which kind of brought depth to the simulations. Kind of, I mean, I still uploaded them occasionally, but it was more of I wanted to return back to MCC season two content. Yeah, it was like the spring of 2021. Obviously, MC season two, the start of it was really hyped as well. It's basically where season one left off, maybe even more, because bigger content creators joined, like Rambo, for example. The MC was thriving with viewers with all the community subreddit was exploding as well. I had a lot of like activity on the subreddit from myself as well. I basically put all my transcripts from my videos, basically all the stats, all the stuff around it on Reddit as well. Getting uploads there and getting a link on my YouTube videos there, so you can check out the video if they want on the YouTube channel. This was working until basically they stopped me because it was kind of self promotion, whatever. Yeah, I don't really care about it anymore. But unfortunately, uh, stopped really posting on Reddit. I was still active there almost daily, still looking at comments, commenting it myself, but I wasn't really posting anymore. And yeah, that was a brief moment for me being on MC Reddit. Kind of a popular person actually. I was among the biggest posters at the time. Obviously, couldn't really fight with all the fan arts, all those like high quality posts. Obviously, my posts were kind of high quality as well for the subreddit standards, but still weren't meeting the qualityness of others. Anyway, during this time, start of season two, I actually want to go back a bit to the January of 2022, 2021, sorry. There was this time where it was before MCCS, Opposite Simulations, as we know it. I created my Discord server in like November, but I didn't really have any people there. Basically, I had like 10 people. Most of them were friends from real life and stuff. So in January, I decided to use this hype that I was getting and lure people on my Discord by this hype and make them being integrated with the MCC simulations. This whole process of me getting people on Discord, having MCC simulations going on, and basically interacting with my viewers every day, almost like it was this whole process created like one of the closest communities I've ever seen on any platform ever. It was like inter platform stuff. It was YouTube, Discord, and well, it was just all the platforms in one. It was my community, and at the time I was not really thinking about numbers. I was just enjoying my time. It was me creating content, having fun with my community that was I building. This was my happiest life, I think. The start of 2021, basically the whole MCC simulations phase to the MCC season to start. That was that was my prime, I would say. It was the my biggest growth. Um, yeah, that was the time I was really enjoying. During this time, obviously, I was I had Minecraft for a bit. It's because since like August, I think. Anyway, I didn't really know how to. I was really bad at Minecraft. Okay, I didn't know how to do most stuff. I was just playing survival and having fun, as most kids at that moment did probably. But since I was like really involved with MCC and I was really enjoying it, I was obviously watching the better players. So obviously I wanted to improve myself, and that's what I did. Um, I started to try try the Minecraft. I started being competitive to an extent. I learned speedrunning on my own. I basically learned Jitterbug Click. I tried to improve my aim and all this stuff. I also started trying speedrunning at that point, but that was a bit before that. Didn't really work out. My PB to this day is like 56 minutes on 1.16, I think. That was just on 1.14, sorry. It was just not really good, not really working. I didn't really enjoy speedrunning as much as I think I would, so I stopped with it. But still, it gave me this really quick crafting that I don't think I have this today. To this day, whenever I'm watching like players like an Illumina or Tapple play Minecraft, obviously I cannot compete with that speed of crafting. But still, I at the time in my prime, I had my crafting was really, really quick, like very, very quick, and that was my specialties. Alongside, well, having knowing how to speed bridge whenever most people didn't know. Obviously, nowadays era, everybody knows how to speed bridge, almost everybody. So it's not like a big deal, but at the time, speed bridging was like a sign of a good player. So I learned it first, even though I wasn't too good at it. Uh, it helped. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the February. That was where my Discord was growing up, growing. Well, not growing. Have this word badly. It was just growing in size, and the community was really gelling together. People were making friends with each other, and I was making friends in my community as well. Well, at the time, I was over my speedrunning. I knew some basic skills, but wasn't really trying to improve everything else. Then the hosters came to my server. Basically, they were there already, but they introduced MCC recreations to me and to my community, and that was the moment where I started to like try Minecraft. Basically, I tried to be really competitive. I tried to improve myself. At the time, we only had like 3 games. I think it was BattleBox, mostly the Villa map or the Canal, basically the old maps. Well, I was MCC 14, so oh shit, my mic just fell for some reason. I didn't break it. I really hope so. I know why it fell. Didn't really anticipate this, and the cable fell as well. Oh shit. Is an issue? How did it fall? I have no idea. Hope it's still working. I don't really have time to re-record this. So hopefully everything works. Obviously, it was probably some kind of bad noise for the mic. Obviously, I hope the video doesn't read about it, but still, yeah. Okay, back to the point. It was time we were starting to play. My community, close community, basically, we knew about the Oxford policy about recreations. We didn't really want to like make it public. Basically, my server, that was my community. We were playing these games. It was like BattleBox, Parkour Tag, and Dodgeball. Yeah, obviously, as the time went on, people were creating more games, and that was the time we got to the point where we had enough games to had to basically create our own little MCC. Yeah, that was the time where me and my mods were thinking about creating an event for the close community only. It's like we didn't really want to make it public for obvious reasons. Yeah, we had Ace Race, we had Ticket to the Side, kinda, BattleBox, Parkour Warrior, Dodgeball, and all these kind of stuff. Basically, we had enough games for an actual event, 8 games plus Dodgeball. Obviously, I had to repeat 2 of them, but still, it was manageable. We called it SPC at the time. It was Sagan's Potato League. Obviously, potato meaning it was for my community. I basically acquired a potato as my my mascot of my community. Kind of worked out to this day, so it's that was nice. Here the SPC won, and well, how to say this nicely? It was a complete disaster. Basically, it started with the first game was alright. The second game, was alright. It was like going okay, kinda. I mean, we were pretty new to this stuff, but I was the only one doing some scoring and stuff. That was not important. Anyway, we got to the point where Ticket to Side wasn't working, so it was all getting like pretty long. We didn't really know how time consuming is gonna be. People were dropping out and subbing back in like so many times. I think the event, which is now called LSPL 1, was having like 30 plus people at that point. So yeah, and we have Game 7, where obviously we wanted to do Game 8's Cattle, but unfortunately people didn't come to the game. We obviously had to gain subs, but we didn't have subs, so we had to postpone the last game plus dodgeball to whatever date. The entire event lasted for basically a month. It was like 4 weeks. So the event we started at a week 1, we finished at a week 4. So pretty much a month-long event. That was in March 2021. And yeah, even though how bad the organization was and how bad everything was, how scuffed it was, we still really enjoyed it. And with what I does, we can continue this. I then renamed it to SPL, as Sagan's Potato League, to make that clear. Yeah, I wanted to make it an actual thing for my class community. We started growing it, which I'm gonna talk about people involved with it also later. I just want to mention this briefly. As SPL grew, we gained more and more members. Basically, we had the close community, the core, who invited their friends, and their friends invited their friends, and basically the event grew on the basis of my community. And well, as time went on, so they integrated into my community, so I could technically call most SPA players my community, technically, even though they came from outside and not from the MCC simulation whole project thingy. Okay. Alright, SPL grew. It was fine as season 1 ended in like middle of July, I think, or middle of June. I mean June it was, because never mind, it was July, because I just arrived from my vacation and played the last event of season 1. Okay, then season 2 happened. Obviously, I'm not gonna talk about that because it's still a bad memory for me. Basically, the event just went downhill from that point onwards. We still had like kind of a hype. People were excited for the event, excited for to play, but still, it was like it was losing the hype, the initial hype that it had. I think the break probably ruined it itself, because we wanted to add stuff for season 2, but well, when it came to actual season 2, most of our stuff we wanted to add wasn't ready enough, so we had to add other stuff, which like wasn't the best idea. We added probably the worst games possible. It was like Lies and Parkour Panic. This is I don't know, what was I thinking whenever we added these games? Instead of being like a semi MCC event that was like using MCC games, we just all added random games like Fallen Sky Combat Human. These games kind of ruined the vibe of being an MCC event. But it was something like, it was our own thing. We had combined MCC games with other games, called it our event, and it was the thing we had. It was a nice phase, especially season 1. Season 1 was very fun. A few arguments somewhere there. Obviously, organization wasn't the best. Community was not really. I mean, obviously, there are gonna be problems with everything, because you cannot please every single person. There are some people, obviously, who complain more than others, so there were some problems with it, but still, people had their own opinions. You can really understand the other side of someone else's POV perfectly, so you still have some kind of bias. However you try to not be biased, you still have some kind of bias, can really fully understand other person's POV. So at that point, I was just not handling it well. Obviously, I stepped out from my ownership to my mods, and then I was transferring from my mod to my mod back to me in the middle of season 2, and then season 2 ended in an event that was, it was alright. That's the first time I played with AGX as well. Yeah, season 2 ended. It was alright. Scoring was scuffed. The team that was in dodgeball wasn't supposed to be dodgeball and stuff. It was just, we were meant to end it. We ended it for a month. Then season 3 came back in with non-canon events. we try to do stuff like MCC did with the retro event. Retro event actually wasn't MCC. It was the underdogs and the all stars. These kind of events. Basically, we couldn't really manage to keep the event as it was before. The event lost its hype. The event lost its meaning to most people, and people were just really wanted to play. But still, it was stuck in this loop because they didn't have anything else to play until MCCI came in, which was during season 3. Obviously, that was nailed in the coffin for SPL because people could play most of the games from MCC on MCC Island. This MCC Island is a bit different to MCC with all the orbs, levitations, or it was just all this kind of stuff. So yeah, still MCC season 3, SPL season 3 wasn't the best. It just ended with, well, 3 very underwhelming, very scuffed events. That was just a few pathetic attempts to bring it back. At that point, I wanted to end it during the time of like SPL 16. I really didn't really see the point of it continuing, but still kept on because my community wanted to. And it finally ended in like May 2023, which is actually it was 2022, I think. Was it? Okay, I actually have to check because like sometimes I am confused about this as well. I think it was 2023 this year. But I still have to check. It's pretty confused about it as well. Where is it? Okay, the dates of the last events. Okay, where is it? Timeline. Okay, so yeah, ended in like May 23. So yeah, that was it. That was the end of SPL. It was a long time coming. Obviously, we wanted to revive SPL still after SPL 16. We tried adding new MCC stuff to make it more like MCC, but it didn't work out. Point was just not working. So we decided to cancel SPL, and that was the end. It was one last attempt to bring back some kind of a revival to it with SGE, but it was ruined as well with 2 of the 3 co-owners basically leaving, and the last co-owner couldn't manage the event and the entire development for it. Basically, it was doomed to never happen at that point. Yeah, that was SPL, and briefly, I'm gonna talk about the players I met along the way. Obviously, SPL is gonna be mentioned many more times during this video again. So, okay, back to MCC, which by the time MCC season 2 started, I was frying, my channel was frying, TV was frying, everything was just going perfectly. And that was the time, I think it was around MCC 11, like during the last part of season 2, I think. That was the time that CPK actually wanted to do his MCC content on all things MCC. And yeah, it was kind of ruined my channel because I was basically the person who uploaded the teams for MCC the first on YouTube, but then CPK came with his videos that were uploaded the exact same time that the last team got announced, because I knew the teams already before, so kind of ruined my views because I was getting like 20 to 30k views, literally crazy numbers from these MCC team announcements, but back whenever it was like actually popular. So yeah, the CPK made his videos. My main viewer source was kind of ruined. Still, I was doing alright. My videos weren't like dropping massively. They were still like from 1 to 5k per video, which is pretty good for a relatively small MCC channel like me. Yeah, 2021 ended. That was, I think, this end of the first part of season 2. Yeah, started to make more content at the time. Uh, Obviously, there are some kind of breaks I had during my content creation as well. A few of them lasted for a couple of weeks, some even a bit longer. That I was very motivated towards the end of season 2. Itself, that was next year, that was 2022. Then season 3 came, and it was kind of the time that I didn't really feel the hype for MCC that I used to feel before. I wasn't really hyped for new teams, the new additions, all the stuff. They basically introduced the new HUD, the new look of the MCC, basically out from MCC Island. All these new graphics and stuff. Didn't really feel excited for it. As I was brought in MCC for the vibe of it being like something really unique, very new. A lot of players a lot of people that I knew from before playing. Yeah, they just added this new look. No new games, basically no good new maps. I wasn't really feeling it anymore. As season 3 went on, I just stopped. I really stopped immediately. I was getting less and less active over time. I was doing less and less videos. And at that point, I was thinking about quitting like this that I'm doing right now. It was around June, July 23. That was a few months after I quit competitive Minecraft because I left it a month after I still ended. I was still playing some other events, most of them were scuffed. I knew I needed a break from Minecraft. Then I think it was Ripcord who made a random group chat on Discord, invited some MC creators into it. It was like me, Ajax, him. I think it was Mega Ultra Fade, and some others. I didn't remember what exact people were there. Anyway, as the group chat was growing, I invited Banana, and we were at 10 people. At that time, I was like, we could use this more than just being a group chat talking about MCC. We could have some kind of a group project, because that would be like the one thing that could bring my passion back to MCC. And well, the rest is history, kind of. MCC Central was created. It was a process of like 1 to 2 weeks. We basically made a channel, made all the prompts, the server, Discord server. I basically made it. I had 95% of this Discord is my creation. I made a Twitter. Obviously, you made most of the graphics. That was just going really well. We were really hyped for it to be the next big thing for MCC, to kind of revive it back to its glory. Because I feel like a lot of other MC creators were losing the passion in MCC as well. I think I can be correct when I say Ajax was one of them. Not really feeling the hype in MCC, and he talked about not wanting to create more MCC videos after season 2. I think that was half a year before MCC Central was created. He also kept on doing MCC videos, but still wasn't. I didn't feel like he was really enjoying it as much. Obviously, that he went on his own break from his channel, but still got to MCC Central and published some, basically transfer most of his content here. Anyways, to the beginning of MCC Central, it was me, Sploosh, Ajax, Lebanon, Ripcord, Mega Ultra Fate, Owenish, Beast, and me. I think I didn't miss anyone. Maybe two. Yeah, I missed two. Okay, so I think that's everyone. Obviously, then we added Twiggy as well after some time. It was like the last member officially added. Yeah, we were growing. we had 500 subs very quickly. It was mostly just our communities going together on one channel. Started making streams, started making videos. So we're all going nice. Then MC Rising came, obviously. We made our application that I made with Lebanon, Aquadragon, and Owenish. I gotta admit, I met Lebanon. I didn't bet him, but I knew Lebanon from for a while. Um, I knew Aquadragon from Ajax community, but didn't know Owenish basically at all until we made our MC Rising application. That was probably one of the mistakes we made because we didn't really know each other that well to be entirely, entire like having that vibe of four friends wanted to play Minecraft together. It was just we had more of the vibe of like actually yeah, we were too professional. Even that's really weird to say considering we actually had like this weird jokes there. Still, it felt like it was lacking the chemistry between our teams, and that was obvious for this reason because we didn't really know each other that well. Obviously, now it's a different story. We teamed together in a bunch of events and played on stream, whatever. It's just we know each other a lot better now. I think we could do our application video much better if it was the Rising 2 or whatever. Yeah. MC Central was growing in August, and the MC Rising came. We uploaded the application, then Rising 2 Teams came out, which obviously was kind of upsetting because yeah, I really wanted to see at least one MC content creator in MC Rising for once. Because I don't feel like Nox Crew really admired and appreciated the effort the MC content creators put out over the years. I know a lot of people know about us, especially the bigger ones like Ripcord or Ajax. I think a lot of people know about them, especially participants. But still, I don't feel like we were appreciated enough. I really hope to see at least one of them. That was technically true with Emily, but yeah, that turned out to be very well. I'm not gonna go into that topic. Yeah, that team subbed out, and it was obviously the event where I had the most fun um, in a while watching MCC. I watched Line Llamas of MC Rising 2. Chaos Corps was my POV, and honestly, that was the event that I really enjoyed from the POV. Felt like those early season 1 MCCs. There was just a bunch of friends playing fun. They didn't know the games. They're just enjoying building the chemistry and stuff. It was something special, and I can't imagine a better event to basically end my viewer experience for MCC. Obviously, I continued down to watching a bunch. I watched MC 34, I think, and MC 35. I didn't watch the Las Vegas one. I didn't watch the other non-canon event. I forgot which one was it. The one that which was in instead of the Halloween one. I forgot which one it's like one was Twitch Rivals and the other one. I actually forgot. That was just one random kind of. I don't remember which one was it. You can see just how bad my well passion for MCC as well. Yeah. I'm thinking about this not stopping for Minecraft content creation ever since August, because even though MC Central was going well, I knew I would end my content creation sooner or later. I thought I was going to transfer all my effort into MC Central, but even that wasn't enough. I just couldn't keep up with all of it. I didn't have the motivation to do MC content, even though it was a group channel. I often felt like I wasn't doing enough, even though there are like 4 other members who haven't done anything to the channel to this day. But still, I felt like I was not doing enough at that point, and yeah, I didn't feel like I deserved to be MC Central at that point. which made me obviously uh, turn into a very depressed person. I was going through a bad, how to say, I was like 2 or 3 months of me being constantly down mood. It was just, it was a hard time being me in from August to like November. That was, I had a lot of struggles in real life and in my head mostly. I was having a lot of troubles anyway. Finally, at the end of November, um, I just realized I couldn't keep up with it. I'm just gonna quit. I couldn't do it anymore. I lost all the motivation and the passion MCC that I had. I watched this last MCC 35. I thought I was just gonna do the casual videos that I was making about it years ago, but still, I didn't do anything. I was on one stream about, I think, the first 5C 35 teams on NC Central. That was my last content for the past month, so yeah. This is kind of my end. I can't make myself do any more Minecraft videos or MC videos, anything like this. Just it's over for me. I'm burnt out. Not even burnt out. Just I don't feel like I'm enjoying it anymore, and I don't want to do something that I don't enjoy, because obviously people doing YouTube just for doing YouTube is not wrong. It's not I'd say it's not good. It's not correct. Basically, what I think about as a content creator, I I want to do content that I would enjoy, and I want to create content that I could enjoy as a viewer. Basically, however my content creation, I try to make videos that I could watch myself if I hadn't made them already before, obviously. But if I was a viewer and I was like looking at the content, I would want to watch my videos because that was the things I was interested in, and luckily that was something that was making other people interested as well over the past few years. Um, and that feeling just went gone. Basically, I wasn't feeling anymore. I felt like I was not putting enough effort in my videos that I would enjoy watching them. And since my passion dropped for MCC, I just couldn't keep it up. Um, yeah, kind of sad because I think if I were in MCC wrestling, if my team got in, I think it could have revived my passion for MCC, kind of. But well, you never know. There were like thousands of applications. Obviously, picking ours would be great, but still, I completely understand why we weren't picked. Mostly because of me, and I try to sound alright instead of being myself, instead of being like friendly with our people. Basically, the application, I'm not happy with our application, even though it was edited great. The editing was great. The people who were there were great, but I wasn't happy with the entirety of it as a whole. If you know what I mean. Yeah. We're kind of jumping from topic to topic because I'm going to go through this. Yeah, I'm getting towards the end, I think, because season 3 just ended, and I think this would be a good time for me to end my MCC career as well. So I'm gonna talk about MCC events that went along with me being at NC Central for a bit, and then gonna go to the people that I wanted to talk about. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of people, so still, this video is probably gonna be very long. I don't know how long am I recording already. Probably over half an hour, I imagine, maybe 4 or 5 minutes. It's probably very long. Anyway, it's gonna be probably a 2-hour video in the end. Okay, MCC events. That was the time that I was brought back into competitive MCC, competitive Minecraft with events. Obviously, I was very washed. I haven't played Minecraft almost at all for 2 months, and I just jumped into MCC event. It was Ocean Games 1. I did trash. Obviously, I had some like you don't completely lose your skills over 2 months of not playing Minecraft, but it was visible that I was very rusty and basically couldn't do these things that I could do before. Um, Finished like bottom half, I think, just barely. It's like considering all of it, I don't think I was doing that badly overall. Even though it's my first event, CCI event after a first Minecraft event after a while. That I also played NCCI like 3 times ever before the event itself, while other people were just grinding it daily. Then obviously after Ocean Games 1, I started to grind a bit more, trying to improve myself. Ocean Games 2 came. Unfortunately, it was like at 2 a.m. for me. It was something, I mean, crazy time wise. I was also drunk and I was also very tired. I slept like 3 hours before that. Um, yeah, so I didn't do the best. I got like 11th out of 32. Again, not really great. Um, and I think it was that was after Owens Island 1. It was my only Owens Island. Um, that was the one of the free events I joined. Owens Island 1, I think, was the event I played. Basically, I got the OP team that won by miles, and I got like fourth individual, third frag on my team. I think I was just an OP team. I can't really talk about my performance itself. It was alright. I got first in Holo Wall, which was like one of my games, so makes sense. Anyways, then Central Game Nights were created as one of our side projects on PC Central, and to make it like a closed community closed community event for our Discord from CCI, kind of like Owens Island, but more intended to having just our Discord and just inviting random people, which kind of changed. I mean, we invited big creators for one event. Wanted to have like we wanted to have now what we want to do is have like every 4 or 5 events, this one big creator event that we invite people in. Other than that, most events should still be orientated about our community on Discord, getting to play, mostly having as many newcomers every event as possible. Because obviously, just 16 spots, we we cannot really have every person in every single event, so it's difficult. We have to bench some people every once in a while. Okay, I'm gonna talk about my CGNs themselves. Well, CGN 1 I dropped out because I don't remember why. I think it was my dad's birthday or something. It was just yeah, happens. CGN 2 then was me, Yokana, Killer Wolf, and Boxy. That was we got last, and I top frag like a sixth individual. It was pretty good, even though I did really badly in most games except like Parkour Warrior. I got like 300 Valvox, which was crazy bad for me personally. I still my score looked really good, and I thought about myself as a strong player once again after 2 years since was SPL 7. Ever since SPL 7, I didn't think of myself as a good player. Anyway, there's a time I started to really grind my MCC. I was in that spot where I turned on MCC Island and I could play for hours without stopping, without being able to stop, and that's very unhealthy for a person like me because I could stay up to like 3 a.m. playing MCCI and then just woke up at what is 12 or 1 p.m. Just not really good for my health. My sleep schedule just got completely ruined. Um, yeah, that was one of the reasons I really wanted to quit MCC, MCCI, MC events in general, and Minecraft in general. I was really feeling it being uh, very difficult on me and ruining my health in many ways, not just physically. Obviously, it kind of got into my head as well. I tried to be better and better and just met with people significantly better than me and that I just couldn't beat. I was thinking like, am I getting unlucky? Am I getting lag or whatever? I was making excuses most of the time. It was just my skill issue. Obviously, then there are the times that I'm getting simply unlucky. I'm getting crits for 0 damage, but it just that happens to basically every person I know. I don't think that's something too rare. Obviously, I cannot possibly know how it's from a different player's POV. I uh, never was watching directly from behind someone's chair playing Minecraft. It's just impossible, right? Yeah. Time went on. CGN3 came around. I had a really fun team that I wanted to play in, but unfortunately, I had to drop out as well. I think it was because I was just too drunk to play. I think at that point, that was the one time that I just didn't want to ruin my team because I drank too much. Yeah, I think that the band that my team didn't really do well. Obviously, couldn't possibly do better probably or than ugly at that point because of my state, but still, uh, wasn't happy that I had to drop out. And yeah, okay. Then Ocean Games 3 came, which obviously that was the first one, I think. Yeah, CGN 3.1, which was supposed to have custom scoring that I made for several days and several hours consecutively spent on it. The event was cancelled out of 2.5 games because of the bad organization. People weren't experienced enough with the scoring to maintain it. Obviously, it could have been all organized better because custom scoring worked, but didn't have enough people who can manage it quickly. Like if we would have like 5 Saugons doing the scoring, I think it could be fine, but still, we didn't have enough organization. Then Sploosh had to leave. Like the event leader, who's basically organizing all the stuff, has to leave during the event. I don't think it's gonna continue. Basically, then we decided to reset it entirely, which was another very demotivating thing for me because I spent a lot of time on the scoring and I did really well in the event as well. I was like in the top 4 after the unfinished scoring. And yeah, I was really having a great team. That I'm gonna talk about separately in the people section. Yeah, my actually forgot the team name. Oh my god. Amethyst Ammonite. Okay, that's a weird name. I don't remember it as that. I was just thinking about it as my purple team from Ocean Games 3. Just very nice team of people that I haven't interacted with before too much, but in the event we gelled together very well. We had a lot of fun, and unfortunately, even though the team reappeared for Ocean Games 3.2, but it got cancelled again after 2 games because the organization didn't improve at all. And again, yeah, nothing against Splooge. Obviously, he tried his best, but didn't really have an experience with handling such a big event. All these many variables that can happen, people subbing out or people not showing up. Yeah, it's a tax of being the event leader. Obviously, everything that goes bad in the event goes on the event owner, and everything good that happens goes on the players. And people don't remember the owner being mentioned with the good things about the event. And unfortunately, how most events go, unless you're MCC and you're just too good of an event to have most controversies. Obviously, MC had their own controversies, but still they weren't big enough to ruin the community itself, as it ruined my event. Obviously, I'm over it, but still not like completely satisfied. I'm still not completely okay with it in my brain. I have to say in my soul or whatever. Just I wish I could change the past, but unfortunately I cannot. I cannot change what's already broken. Yeah. Okay. That's Ocean Games 3, which obviously ended. That now there's the last Ocean Games I'm gonna play, and that's my last Minecraft event. That's in, I think it's 22nd of December, so in 8 days from this recording. Obviously, I don't know where I'm gonna upload this video, probably during the weekend before my birthday, so yeah. Okay, then came CGN4. Obviously, that was the one event where I would team with Ajax, Justin, and Dennis. I think that was like my most fun full event in probably 2 years. Yeah, I was ever since SPL 15. I would say, yeah, that was just very, very, very enjoyable. My teammates were very fun, very nice to be around. Obviously, CGN4 was my worst event in terms of my performance compared to my actual potential. I still got third, but I think that was the one event that I could have gotten first individual in, and my curse of not ever getting first individual in any event ever. Unfortunately, I'm gonna retire from Minecraft as a player without first individual, unless I get it in Ocean Games, but that's probably very unlikely, as I'm not gonna practice too much for it. Even if I practiced, I probably would get outplaced by, well, one of my teammates at least. Obviously, I have Science Central Crew, which has ONH11 and Aqua Dragon, so I assume either ONH or 11 are gonna place me. If not both, we're gonna see. Obviously, CGN5, I dropped out again. That was because I think that was the time where my mental health was really struggling. I was really struggling with my mental health. That's the ice race. Yeah, wasn't really in the right mindset for playing an event, and I know whenever I don't feel right mentally, I cannot play an event. I learned the hard way over my vast experience that whenever I don't feel completely alright mentally, I should play at Minecraft event. I decided for the better. I spend my time with my family, my evening. A little bit drunk as well, because that's mostly what I do. Yeah, that's just my life. Yeah. TGN5. I don't know how my team did. I think they did alright. I got like third. Probably my sub as 11 and I got second, so I assume I wouldn't be able to do much better than him, considering just uh the mood I was in. Yeah, if I was in like alright mood, I could probably get second individual like him, but still, many variables. We'll never know. How would I do in CGN 5? You know, that was probably the time that I was the best at Minecraft. That best at MCCI that I ever was over my time playing. Obviously, now that I dropped out of that event, I'm gonna play CGN 6. That actually happened already. That was actually 1 week ago. I don't even remember. It was me, Owen, Aqua, and Twiggy. That was a very fun team. We had a lot of fun. Until Skybattle, obviously, which ended in our team being knocked out of Dodgeball. Unfortunate, but what's happened, that's what happens. As you know, Dodgeball died wolves. I'm still forgetting, but DV meaning Diable and FCCI vocabulary. So, yeah. Okay, CGN 6, that was me getting, again, 6 individual. I tied with Owen. You should be at exactly same points while getting different points in every single game by a quite margin. The closest we were in terms of score in the game, we were hole in the wall, where he got second and I got, oh, actually they got second, I think, behind Justin, and I got third. So yeah, that was like 200 coin difference. Yeah. So I tied with Owenish. Obviously, I think they did better than me, and I was carried by my tech toss, which I could argue that my tech toss was unlucky as well, but I feel like I shouldn't have gotten as many points in tech toss as I should have. Even though I was punched several times, and one time out of first place, I still felt like I was getting a bit lucky in that. into the game. Anyways, that was my last CGN that I played. I enjoyed it, even though I didn't get to finals. I would probably lose anyway. I still enjoyed it, and I had fun time with my team. So thanks Ajax for hosting the event and putting me in for my last CGN. I'm gonna play Ocean Games, and that's gonna be my last MCCI and Minecraft event for a while until I return. That may or may not happen. I don't know. When it comes to my membership in MCC Central, I'm gonna leave, like, leave Discord and leave the channel as entire. As again, from what I said, I feel like I'm still over my time in MCC Central. I still did more than nearly half the people in there. So I still feel like I deserve to be there as a member, even though I'm gonna be active too much. Maybe I'm gonna hop in a stream once in a month or in CGN, whatever. I'll feel like it, but still, I just gonna prioritize my life and yeah, prioritize all the stuff outside Minecraft. I'm obviously gonna leave after this event. Okay, that was my childhood. My explanation for my departure from content creation. Yep. Okay. Time to get to the people themselves. I should probably start with CC's. I already talked about the magician. Obviously, he then got into I think was his All Things Fantasy channel, where became one of the colleagues with CPK and Nebular and all those kind of people. Yep. I haven't actually seen his content in a while. I'm not really sure if he still uploads. Probably does, because the last I've seen his videos, his channel was probably in his best state he ever was. He was like making other content outside MCC. Obviously, I don't feel like he's making MCC videos anymore. But still, him making MCC videos back in 2020 was the reason I got into MCC and the reason I'm where I'm right now. Basically, if it wasn't for Any Magician, CGN wouldn't exist. Like all the domino effect. Like if it wasn't for Any Magician making MCC videos back in 2020, there would be like, well, I can sure say MCC Central wouldn't exist. Events like Minecraft Mania wouldn't probably exist because I wouldn't be in the content creation sphere. I wouldn't create a SPL, which wouldn't separate into Minecraft Mania and stuff. Basically, there are so many butterfly effects happening here that would just change so much if I wouldn't see that one animation predictions video for MCC 10. Yeah, crazy to think that one thing that can influence so much through just one person, there being me. Obviously, I don't take credit for what people that I brought in the community did after they were in. Obviously, I cannot take any credit for Micromania being how good it is, being as good as it is right now. Obviously, that's all on the Mania crew, Justin, Shadow, Rifsky, Mickey, and all the people that I don't know because they joined later. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about the people now because I think like I'm gonna start with the CC. So this is Dr. Magician. So yeah, next up we have Tapple, which is my favorite MC player to this day. I still, whenever Tapple's in the event, I'm gonna watch him. There was a one instance where I didn't watch him. I wasn't like test out if I'm bringing bad luck, and that was his worst event. So I then decided to never skip watching the Tapple POV because even when he's not doing well, I still my favorite POV. He's just my player. It's not just my streamer. I'm just enjoying watching Tapple play MCC, and that's what brought me back from MCC 35. I enjoyed. Purple team was actually very nice. I enjoyed that POV, even though they didn't get the dodgeball, they got there. But still, the last two games, Sands of Time being they got first, Meltdown, that was crazy. Tapple and Pizza Hut in Meltdown, both of them expected to have really bad meltdowns because obviously for their history with the game, they absolutely popped off, especially Pete. Tapple still did really well, unfortunately. Uh, the team lost Kara in one of the rounds, so maybe he could have gone to Dodgeball and maybe could have gotten the last MCC victory for my POV in my last MCC that I'm watching live, at least for the foreseeable future. Because there's the break coming, but still, I'm probably gonna watch season 4, the start of season 4. So yeah. Tapple, when it comes to my, I basically found out about Tapple through YouTube algorithm. Basically recommended me his UHC videos that hit back on the Tapple server. And yeah, it was a 1.8 PvP, I think. UHC server that just did some crazy twists. And I was just enjoying it. I was just chilling and enjoying it while MC was playing. Then Tapple joined MCC and I was like really enjoyed MCC as well. Um, yeah, I watched Tapple a bit, Tapple's content a bit before that. Afterwards, like Skywars things, and then obviously started making the Minecraft bots, which obviously I just meant to go with the flow, go with the trend of Minecraft bot trend. I don't feel like he was uh, doing it exactly for him enjoying it, doing it. I think it was mostly just wanted to go on the trend and do some YouTube videos and well earn some money because yeah, even now his channel is having so many subscribers, but he's not uploading any videos, unfortunately. Yeah. Gotta get rid links because that phase of Tapple's channel blowing up in the Minecraft bud era was crazy as well. I was really happy for Tapple growing as much as it did because yeah, my favorite content creator from the Minecraft scene. Going back a bit further back, we have Dream. Obviously, I'm gonna talk about the current Dream that's having all the controversies around him. I don't want to mention that because first of all, I don't really care about it, and second of all, I don't really support what Dream has become now. All the not even the allegations. I generally don't like how Dream acts nowadays, and I don't really like the person anymore. And same I can say for George Not Found. I didn't like George way before I started not liking Dream. I felt always felt like George was just the person that I didn't really like from the get go. He was just very well not just not likable for me personally. I feel like a lot of people still like Goggy, but I just never really fell into it. I just never really enjoyed his content. The only videos I watched from him were like the the videos where people like Tommy and were trying to make him laugh or stuff. I think the Minecraft not gonna laugh, try not to laugh challenge or whatever. I was just the one videos I watched from Jordan Found. It's just I really enjoy it. The videos from Dream Team with George and Chris that all of them basically. Still, I didn't really enjoy the George part. Sapnap was alright. I always thought of him like whenever I saw Sapnap like visually, it was I always felt like he has the Giga Chad face like in his jeans. I don't know why, but whenever I saw his face, I was thought of the Giga Chad meme. I don't know why. I just I just felt like there was kind of a resemblance there. Anyway, Dream as a content creator blew up in the early 2019. What was it? When I started making manhunts. Obviously, I was watching before that. I was watching the analysis. That was before Dream went the face reveal and became what he is now. Uh, I gotta admit, I enjoyed Dream's content way back until it was like MCC season 2. I cannot say the exact dates because I don't know them. I'm kind of lost in all the dates and stuff. Basically, I enjoy Dream. I enjoy Dream's content. I enjoy Dream. That probably sounds bad. I meant to say I enjoy Dream's content creation and stuff like that. He was the reason that I started watching MCC back in MCC 6 because, well, I was enjoying watching Dream's content. I watched his streams and I watched this Minecraft Ultimate, which was the one that was very scuffed, very laggy, and all the pets were like stacked upon each other. It was like a crazy event. And he talked and mentioned like Minecraft Championship, and then I was like, okay, another Minecraft event I'm gonna watch streaming. MCC6 came in, and I really fell in love with MCC as time went on. Obviously, MCC7 from Dreams POV as well, and then MCC8 onwards, I mainly watched Apple. The other POVs I watched over the time were okay, I watched Illumina and MCC13, then Fruitberries MCC17. I watched a bunch of Illuminas, Pizza Huts, and Fruitberries. I watched Techno MCC Pride. Um, yeah, I watched obviously Chaos and MCC Rising 2. I didn't watch MCC Rising live, MCC Rising 1 live because that was when I was on a vacation. I didn't have time to watch it basically. Um, I can't think of any other POVs actually. I'm sure I watched some other POVs as well. I just can't think of them. I watched SB one of them, SB 737. I also think I watched Tommy in one of them. I think I watched Puns in one of them. There's a lot of POVs. I cannot remember them exactly, but if I was doing it like a transcript of where I watched an episode of MCC, I probably would find out whenever I would look at the teams. So yeah, now I can't think of all of them back on my mind, but still, there's a lot of POVs and a lot of VODs of my time as an MC viewer. And yeah, that's about it from the CC's perspective. I'm gonna now transfer to my community. I'm gonna take a long drink because this one is gonna be very long. I'm gonna talk about Central events and all these people, so it's gonna be a long one. I'm probably recording for an hour. Yeah, it's over an hour. It's an hour and a quarter, and I still haven't mentioned the people, so it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be a long one. Okay. Okay, since my community is what I consider my close community, and the people I picked from it were people I interacted with the most, or at least to some extent. Obviously, I didn't pick some people that I didn't feel up too much of a connection with. Obviously, if I missed you, doesn't mean that I don't enjoy your present and I don't appreciate you. It's just that I don't want the video to be 3 hours long. I still have like things to do in my life, and yeah, I'm glad I found this time to do this. So yeah, starting off, I'm gonna start with the people that I think I have like this order of people. But I should probably follow it because it's like the list that I want to go about. It's not like ordered. It's not like from the most like to least like. It's just a random at this point. I just wrote out the names and make sure that the ones there twice. That I try to not miss anyone. Obviously, if I still do, I'm really sorry. Probably like my tired brain not able to uh, right, hold them down. Anyways, I'm probably gonna start with Ace 5 or Ace. Uh, let's see, all the Ace nicknames he had. He had like. Actually, don't remember. It was before Ace 5. It was like. It was something Ace something. Basically, oh, not Ace, whatever. He had many nicknames. Um, obviously, he was. He was the Croatian, if I remember correctly. It was actually it's quite a while since I talked with Ace. Obviously, he retired from my community a while ago to do his IRL stuff, which I completely respect and understand. It's what I'm kind of doing right now. So, yeah, I hope he's doing well. Obviously, from the time I spent with him on my community, it was my first moderator. He was acting as like a big fan of me, which obviously I wasn't used to at the time because I was just growing. Yep. So I became my first moderator, then obviously dropped out. There was all like these crazy things about him and around him, all these random allegations. I just didn't really feel like going into that stuff. That was the one time that he faked something that he shouldn't. And basically, Ace Five had his problems, had his flaws, but still, overall, I have good memories from playing with Ace and spending time on Discord with Ace, obviously. Uh, I don't know if I could consider him as a close friend because obviously we haven't talked in a while, we haven't interacted in a while, but still, I'm gonna keep good memories of Ace Five. Uh, Most notably, the dodgeball from Quackle Dodgeball of Ace Five. That was the beginnings of like February. Uh, yeah, that was just me and Ace bonding together a bit. Basically, it was like him versus someone in dodgeball in 1v1. I say, tell Ace dodge my king, and the second I press the enter button, the message gets sent, and in the second he gets shot. So yeah, that's my most memorable moment of Phase Five. And when I remember all the bad stuff. So yeah, everyone has flaws. That's just how people work. No one's perfect. We come to Eurodark. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Since I'm Slavic, I suppose that the D with the weird line in the middle is what we use as J in my language. If it's not, I'm sorry if I pronounce it differently. I never really, heard from you how to pronounce it correctly. So, okay, I'm gonna call you Eurodark for this video. Okay, you are one great person that I want to point out first, but you suffer from this It's Khaled syndrome that I'm going to talk about later. That you have a very big problem of not being able to say anything good about yourself, which I didn't never found like nice. I think that's one of your biggest flaws. Obviously, uh, you're a very pessimistic person, which isn't like I cannot really judge you about it, but still, I think if you were like a bit more positive person, a bit less like I suck, I shouldn't like be there, and you won't hate me and stuff. I think you'll be very, very memorable, great person. You still are always having you here. We still interact to this day. I still see you message on my server. You talk about Geometry Dash mostly. Yeah, we team in a couple of them as well. You're, if I remember correctly, you're from Montenegro. I hope I'm correct about this. Anyway, another Slavic brother of mine. I wish you well, and hope you finally fix your mental health because it's very important. I know from my own experience that people can be stuck in the entire loop of uh, hating themselves for hating themselves. It's not an easy loop to get out of. So I have to get better. And yeah, okay. Moving on to Gaza 101 or Gazalol or whatever you want to call him. Gaza, actually, most people don't notice, but there was the one time that me and Gaza were like pretty close to each other. There was this one server. It was basically a copy of my server, but there was just me and Gaza. They were talking about random stuff. That was that was wild times. I gotta be honest. I don't remember too much of the things we talked about. Obviously, we talked about life and stuff, but still, we had a great time, and over the time, as we knew each other, we went through a lot. Obviously, Gaza was there from the start of SPL. He was basically the first person to make the server for SPL, and he's as much as a creator of SPL as me, honestly. Um, yeah, I wanna appreciate do some say some kind of words of appreciation for Gaza because he really did a lot, and without Gaza, SPL wouldn't be a thing. I'm pretty sure about that. He was an owner of SPL as well for a time, but yeah, was, he basically suffered from what I did. If something goes wrong, it's all like directed towards the owner, and even though the owner is, I'm not saying it, the owner is not responsible for if the event goes bad, but still they shouldn't receive as much hate for things not going the right way. Gaza is a great person. Obviously, we haven't interacted in a while, ever since basically he left my servers. He joined the Mania community where he's the most active there, I think. Yeah, we haven't interacted in a while, but still, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna skip this one. I don't really wanna imagine things, but I really hope Gaz is doing well. I yeah, he's just one of those people who interacted with me a lot and then just disappeared from my community. And I cannot say I'm not sad about it. It's Gaza was one of the closest people I had during my early growth and then later growth as well. I'm really sad we distanced ourselves from each other as time went on. I don't think it was intentional. It was just how things went. Obviously, my last DMs with Gaza were, I think, about him leaving community and having well, taking a break from all of it, and that's completely fair. I think Gaza is not appreciated enough. I feel like I still have like whenever I think of Gaza, I think of a very unappreciated person for some reason. It's really true, but still, I cannot possibly know how people talk about Gaza in this current community. Anyway, Gaza, I hope you're doing well. You you basically was one of the people who made me who I am today and helped me with all the content creation. It was one of my MCSC inhibitors as well. I wouldn't be here without Gaza as I am right now. And like I said, a lot of people I'm gonna talk about later as well. Yeah. Okay. Before I get too sentimental, I'm gonna move on to the next person, who is Geva3311 or GevGevon or Geva for short. Or I'm not gonna say the full name obviously for obvious reasons, but yeah. Geva was as like Gaza or Shadow Assassin I'm gonna talk about next. He's one of my first moderators. Obviously, I don't feel like my relationship with Geva was perfect, to say the least. We had some arguments, we had some banter, which obviously comes into the relationship, friendship, or well, how to say it. Basically, we had this kind of meme of blaming everything that goes bad on Geva, which obviously was funny to some extent, but as time went on, it just became really unfunny. I didn't really stop using it because I felt like Geva had enough of it, and I had enough of it as well. So I just don't feel like using it anymore. Geva as a person is good. He's a good person. I can't say too much bad about Geva. He looks like George O'Fallon in real life, which is just funny to me. Obviously, people who get that reference of Geva looking like Jordan O'Fallon probably saw that picture. So I'm not gonna mention what is on that picture, but people who know, they know. So yeah, I'll skip that. Back to Geva. One of my first moderators, one of the the main contributors to my growth and my channel and SPL itself wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Giba as well. It was just a very important part of my community that I wanted to mention. I think the interact to this day, but still, I think we could have maintained our friendship a bit more over the years. Obviously, can't really can't really influence how things go because obviously people have their own lives. Give us now in a very difficult situation. His country is in a war, and even though it's a kind of a one-sided war, still I don't feel like any civilians on either side should suffer from decisions from other people. Basically, I'm not choosing sides with any Israel or Palestine. Obviously, I care about the civilians on both sides, mainly Palestine, because obviously it's the Palestinians getting killed more right now. I don't want to get into this topic too much. Just the you have to think about those civilians that are being there, hurt, and in danger every day in their lives. It's it's not good, and yeah, even though there's a war literally across the border from my country, I still cannot understand fully how much terrifying it must be for people actually in that area. So yeah, hope he's safe. Hope he's doing well. Um, yeah, don't really know much about his personal life ever since kind of left my community as well. It wasn't like a official departure, but yeah, he went to my new community as well. Uh, yeah, that's um. What I want to mention again is we talked about with Gaba a lot more than people realize. Like the stories that he told me about his crushes or about the random people he met like on the street. Like I listened to those. I was like, why not? It's random stories. I don't know. Like, it's why not? They were pretty interesting. I still remember some of those, not too detailed, but still, like we talked about a lot of stuff. Um, I appreciate Giba. I appreciate him as a person, and I would want to thank him as well for getting me to this point where I'm at now. Yeah, I'll still kind of forget about that first profile pic Giba had with the foot and the toe being like a smiley face. It's just that basically made like whenever I think of Giba, I think of that profile picture. It's just the one thing I remember about uh the most notable moment would probably be just well, I don't want to go into the SPL memories too much because obviously SPL was the thing that divided me and my friends the most. I think I'm gonna remember the times where he just talked about his life the most. That was just chilly friends talking about life. That's where I enjoyed the most, I think. Okay. The time is really passing quickly. This video is turning out to be really long. I took it up people like so much, probably only 3 hour long video anyway. But it deserves it, and I can imagine editing this video to be as good as I would want it to be. So I'm just gonna put some gameplay over my voice, probably my CGN or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to Shadow Assassin, who's well completely the trio of me and my Magenta mods, my team from SPL1. Another person who greatly contributed to my channel growth. He's one of the people I won't say interact this day because we talked like once per month. Well, we used to be very close, and yeah, unfortunately, it was another Gaza situation. We just didn't really interact enough to keep that friendship anymore. Obviously, I consider Shadow Assassin still being my friend, but he, we don't interact too much anymore to make that feel an actual friendship. Because we were much closer before. It's probably the closest I've been in any of my Magenta mods. Obviously, there were all of these memes around Shadow Assassin, his rear end, yeah, and all the memes about me being his wife or whatever. Just all of these things that make up great memories for me personally. I enjoyed Shadow Assassin being my community, even though he was the first moderator who got demoted. Yeah, I wouldn't be here without Shadow Assassin either. I I know it's like Saga is my channel and stuff, but I feel like I wouldn't be anyone without like a lot of these people. Like they just I don't know. I don't have to say. It's it's not even 50% of the channel is my work. I feel like sometimes just yeah the amount of work my moderators helped me with, especially simulations. Those those are like insane amounts of time that they give me from their free time for pretty much nothing because it was just my views and my stuff. I cannot possibly thank them enough for the effort they put in. Not just MCCS and SPL, but all this stuff around it and everything else. Just there's a lot of stuff they did for me. I cannot thank them enough. Shadow Assassin, I hope you're doing well. Obviously, I have a lot of great memories with you, and yeah, you're the. I think we're the most frequent duo out of any event community I know. I think we teamed together like 15 times, which is like crazy. Yeah. Oh, Shadow Assassin very well. Has been pretty well, and yeah. Even though we don't interact as much anymore, I just hope he's doing pretty well. That's all I can say anymore. I don't want to get too sentimental about these things until the end, because it's probably I'm gonna have be there's gonna be too many memories in my head at that point. Okay, moving on to account or community's account or Wabalo or whatever names he had. I have so many names again. This person is probably responsible for me being still a content creator the most out of like any of the people I'm gonna mention. I'm not saying that there are more people who I wouldn't be a content creator anymore without him, but still, if it wasn't for account, I wouldn't be there here 100% as a content creator. The amount of work he did for me, especially in simulations, in Aspel or whatever, the amount of work he put in, it's something that you cannot comprehend. It's just so much work that basically didn't give him any profit apart from him being made fun of. I don't feel like I know there are some weird things about his past and his background and all the things he used to say, specific words I don't want to mention because everyone makes mistakes. I don't believe he's a bad person. I don't believe he's a racist. I just feel like every single person should get a second chance. I feel like Account specifically deserved it. I gave him the second chance, and he didn't bottle it. He didn't bottle it at all. He was behaving normally from that point onwards. I think. Still, some people don't like him. Some people don't respect him. But I feel like he definitely deserves the respect and deserves the appreciation for his effort that he spent in my community and outside of it as well. He brought a lot of great memories for a lot of people, and those people don't even realize it. For me personally, Account is probably the person I have the most DMs with out of all of these, I assume. I'm gonna quickly go over every single one. So, yeah, okay, yeah, that's correct. I think Account has the most DMs me with any, most DMs with me than any other person mentioned here. Yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about life. We talked about our uh, common hobbies and stuff. We have a lot of things in common, and I'm really, really glad I made Account. I met Account and became friends with him. He's just one of those people that I don't want to lose, and I'm glad we still interact this day. Even though it's not definitely as much as we did back in the day, but still better than the situation with Gas of Shadow, where there's like no room for interaction anymore. And with Cal, we still talk about some stuff sometimes. So glad about that being the case. Yeah, obviously my first admin, well, moderators being moderator to an admin to not being an admin to being banned almost to being back to moderator. Basically, he was all kinds of stuff in my channel and in my community, and definitely made a great impact. Even though most people probably remember the bad things about the Account, and I completely understand. Like it's whenever you can think of someone, the most notable things are probably the bad memories. But I try to think of the good memories instead. I know a lot of great memories I have with Account, and I gotta say, uh, Account's probably so from the people from my community itself, my community that I created, not like other content creators, is probably the closest I had overall as a whole at over my time as a content creator. It's probably one of the friends that I'm gonna be friends with even after I leave content creation. Yeah, it's important to me. I really, obviously, I talk with Account occasionally. It became more often recently, but still, if you're watching this account, I hope you're doing well. I have been managing the school. Obviously, you don't have as much time to do stuff. I understand that. You put a lot of passion and effort into my community, my channel, and now you're putting all that free time into basically school. It works out, even though um, probably not what you enjoy the most. Still, I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Uh, yeah, probably I should move on because I'm spending like 10 minutes per person at this point. Okay, next up is Lit Luke. Um, Lit Luke, very, very, very cool person. One of the people that I remember only. I cannot say this about every other person. Only in good memories. I literally don't have a bad memory about Lit Luke. He's always the good guy, always supportive, always happy to be there and to be in my community and to interact with us. He's just loved by everyone as well. I cannot say a single bad memory or bad thing I can think of about Lit Luke. There's literally none. Lit Luke is just the perfect person to have as a friend. And even though we weren't as close as I was with, for example, with the other six people I mentioned before, I'm still really glad I know Lit Luke, and I hope he does well as well. Yeah, hopefully can interact more in the future, even though I'm retiring kind of from the crest. Anyway, gonna move on to Daniel or okay, he has like what 20 different names or nicknames or Minecraft usernames or whatever call him. Just I'm gonna call him Daniel because I assume that's his name. That's what he goes by. or Tan, whatever. Daniel sounds alright, so I'm gonna go with that. People people don't realize just how much I interacted Daniel over the years. Obviously, no one really thinks about my interactions with people, but what I want to say is that me and Daniel interacted with each other more than even I realize. Even though we weren't like super duper close, I was it with my mothers, for example. We still were like pretty close. We were interacting with each other quite a lot, and not as much to this day. Obviously, sometimes I react or comment to his tweet or whatever. It's just, yeah, one of those people from my community. They're just not there anymore. I respect that. He's just sweating Minecraft right now. He's just getting parkour warrior records or whatever. I hope he's doing well. Honestly, uh, I stopped mentioning nationalities because I think that would be like too much. Uh, I think Little Luke is American, accounts Romanian, Shadow is obviously from Malta, and Gava from Israel. Gaza is Welsh, and Euros. Okay, I say that already. Yeah, Daniel is Polish, so he's probably the closest to me, apart from the one person I'm gonna mention later. That literally lives in my own country. Yeah, what I want to say about Daniel is ever since the beginning, I always thought he was like 3 years older than he actually was. Something about his presence and his like how he acted always seemed like he was older than he actually was. Whenever I first found out his age, I was like, "What? He actually act like 3 years older than you were." Obviously, still like he's one of those goofy guys that just prefer humor over serious topics, but still, very very down to earth guy that I respect. Uh, Wiz can go over to win an advice. So yeah, I hope you're doing well as well. Hope you officially take the crown as the best parkour player on MCCI. Whoever is your whoever is your competition. I think like people like Sandwich Lord or Toad maybe, I don't know. I just hope you accomplish whatever you want from life. Obviously, you're still very, very young, and you have the time to, well, I don't want to say like sweat Minecraft. You're enjoying it. I assume you do, because that's what you do most of the time. I assume, because to be that good at the game, you obviously have to put a lot of time in. So yeah, whatever you want to do in life, I hope you accomplish that. Wish you the best. Okay, moving on to Soupy, who's I think Canadian or American. I think Canadian. Okay, maybe I may be wrong. Maybe I'm mistaken for someone else. Obviously, Soupy was one of the first like people on my close community who obviously as time went on disappeared as well. I think it's mostly him being in the same situation as me, kind of losing the passion in Minecraft overall and CC and stuff like this. Really understand that, and I hope he's doing well. I hope he's enjoying what he does right now. I haven't interacted with him in a while as well. He sometimes pops into my server, sends a message or whatever. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. I think with Soupy's a while. We had a great time. I always went along with Soupy pretty well. And yeah, my my main rival from SPL is Reese. Okay, Soupy. I just don't have anything else to say. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna go move on to save time. There is Pac-Man Gaming YT or Pac-Man for short or Pac or whatever. The way I want to call him, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of people who put him in different names. I'm gonna call him Pac. It's call him Pac or Pac-Man most of the time. This person, who's I think 2 or 3 months younger than me, so one of the people I could really understand their thought process and their state of life they were in. Basically, this was one of the most most kind and like nice people that I actually met in my entire content creation experience. Well, Pac-Man is just a great guy, awesome guy to know. Always supports you, always nice, always there to be there for you. Obviously, he's very busy right now, having barely any sleep or any food, struggling. I assume he's doing well in grades, in college. Yeah. Uh, I also began. I haven't interacted with Pac-Man in a while. I just hope he's doing still doing well. If they must be difficult. I cannot possibly know. I didn't go to uni, but yeah, hope he's doing well. Obviously, was my sensei for a while as well. Uh, yeah, I'll never forget the SPL 15 team. Uh, that was my favorite from all of SPL. I would say my favorite team. It's just the perfect team for me to have as my last memory from SPL. I don't want to really think about whatever after what happened after that because it was just a downfall. Yeah, okay, Pac-Man, great guy, and one of my base personalities as well. Obviously, we teamed twice and we lost dodgeball twice together. Unfortunate, but it's just it's just how the fate unfolded, unfortunately. But still, we together as a duo, we have like one of the biggest coin boosts ever. Like whenever we team, we boost each other so much in terms of an average score. What we used to obviously is over for quite a while now. So yeah, always great to talk to Pac-Man, and I whenever he's back from his I think he got some kind of job as well alongside all of this. I don't remember exactly. I don't want to talk about things that I don't know exactly, but whatever he's doing, he was doing well. Always great to talk to, and I hope we interact again soon. Okay, we got to Mr. E or Mr. E or Mr. whatever. So many names I can call these people. Anyway, Mr. One of my closer members of my community as well was there from the beginning and went through one of the biggest training yards I've ever seen, from being basically a level of like OX Allen from what was it, FC Pride, to being like legit could have been like a FCS tier in his prime when he was still playing in the latest season 3 of him, SPL. I don't remember what he did after that. It's, I feel like he left community because he left his G Pro project. Dan came back, played with him in Owens Island. I assume he came back to community fully. I haven't interacted with it too much, but whenever I did, it's kind of the same thing as with Litluke. I don't have a bad memory about Mister. Always nice. I had this pattern of Litluke, Pac-Man, and Mister. Three really great people. And there's also 2 people that I'm gonna mention this group as well. Actually 3. Okay. Still a long way to go. Moving on to Seg. This is one of those people who we were, I wouldn't say close, but we were talking quite a bit I was helping with homework and stuff. It was a good time. We teamed a bunch together as well. We were having a good time. Obviously, the whole SPL drama kind of separated us. Unfortunately, we we are by far not as close as we used to be. Uh, that's unfortunate. I still have great memories of Sig, and I generally think he's a very very good person. Hope he's really doing really well. Same for Mickey, who's basically in the same situation with me as Sig. Instead, Mickey was one of the co-owners of Macromedia who actually made me unbanned in the end and actually went to interact with me once again, which I really appreciated. They gave me a second chance. Um, yeah, Mickey as well having quite a difficult time in his real life as well. I want to mention that. Yeah, uh, Mickey deserves much better than he does. I just want to say that from life generally. Uh, Jesus, this is gonna be a very long video. Okay, moving on to the best slime or Zen or whatever. It was just he had like 3 alts on my server at one point. Crazy number of names he had. I'm just calling it slime because that's what I go with mostly. Yeah, one of my moderators, one of the closest people I've met during my time. Content creator, obviously my community. Very close person to me. Obviously he's same age as me. I think he's actually a bit older than me. A bit. Not really sure. Maybe he's younger. Anyways, he's the same age, like the number wise. I'm not gonna talk about moms. So we understood each other pretty well. We you obviously get along well with your peers. That's to be expected. We we interacted from the get-go. It was like one of the first people, my close community, to become my moderators, and then just talk about life. We just sometimes spent hours in the VC talking about life and in general. It was a very nice time. Obviously, it was again a while since we interacted the last time, but I really hope he's doing well as well. Yeah. Yeah. From memory, uh, I think my biggest, my most memorable moment was him teaming with me in SPL4. That was the one time I teamed with Slime. It was a great time. Yeah, it was. It was. So, yep. Okay. Moving on to It's Khaled, or well, Khaled, just in general. This is the creator of the It's Khaled syndrome that I applied to Girodar. Basically, this guy is literally like you can imagine Lit Luke, what I said about him earlier, but imagine if him having the Girodar uh, syndrome. I call it it's called syndrome. Is basically the same thing. He he really finds it difficult to say good things about him, and I kind of comprehend how that's still a thing after so many years that I've known him. Basically, for ever since he was one of my early subscribers, even before I got my Discord popular. Yeah, this person is, I don't want to like exaggerate too much. I would say an angel, an actual angel, because he's actually so kind, so supportive, just all around fun around goofy person who's just really happy to be there, and I'm really happy I got to know It's Khaled. It's always whenever I interact with Khaled, it's always a positive impact on me because he's always so nice to me. I never really understood just why that is. Because for some reason, every time I interact with Khaled, it just improves my mood and makes my day kind of. So I'm glad I made Khaled. Actually, we teamed like 2 events. one event was SPL 4 and 2 was SPL 11, which obviously ended after 2 games anyway. Yeah, Khaled is also having some issues in real life. He's having, well, he's having a tough time in real life. As time went on, I don't know how much it evolved. I heard about it being really serious from what he explained. I really, really hope he's safe and he's doing better than he used to. Because yeah, Khaled is one of those people who don't deserve any bad from the life they got, and Khaled got so much bad that it's really, really difficult to think about fairness of life when you know its Khaled exists. Such a great person having such a shitty experience from life just that early on, because he's really young as well. I would say I assume he's 15 now, so still very, very big long way ahead of him, and he already went through so much shit. I really hope he's doing okay. Okay, gonna take a drink. Okay. There's still a long way to my list just for my community itself. Okay. We're going to Justin, or not Justin, or Flentic, or whatever, another person with a lot of like names or surnames. Oh, actually, I'm just gonna call him Justin. Justin was one of the people that went they got into my community not by myself, but I think they got like invited by other people. Um, joining around SPL2 time, and then become a very big part of the community. Obviously, then we teamed together in a bunch of events. We had a good time. I don't feel like Justin disliked the events. Obviously, the dodgeball, we cannot talk about that because every time I was with Justin dodgeball, I threw massively, but you can say that about every dodgeball of mine. Um, yeah, unfortunately, my throws put Justin in so many stressful situations in his gaming career, so yeah, he's not gonna blame me for that. After that, all of that, he was one of the people who made Micromania. He's definitely the owner. Well, de facto the owner is the owner of Micromania, and I'm really glad he's doing really well with the event. So yeah, great event, Micromania. I don't know. I feel like I should talk about it directly because it doesn't involve me. I haven't played Micromania. I only played like 2 or 3 tests before I got banned. I got on ban and I got benched 3 times in a row, so I didn't really get to play. But yep. Yeah. Okay. It comes to Justin himself. Obviously, that was this time after my community got separated that we haven't interacted in a while. We got into an argument which led to me banned from Micromania and so on. I think to this day, I think it was the most stupid argument I had in my entire life. That was just too unnecessary. I think the arguments are unnecessary in a whole. I think that was just not supposed to happen. Nothing would change too bad if it didn't happen. Basically, it was just one thing that if I could remove from my past, I really, really do. Justin as a person is great, even though yes, there's flaws. Obviously, as other people, I still think of Justin mainly positively. Uh, Even recently, I got to team with him in CG, and we had a great time. I cannot say a bad thing about Justin now. I still could imagine some bad memories, but those are overall overwhelmed by good memories as well. So yeah, Justin, we're doing well. I see your streams are getting more popular as time goes on, so it works out for you. And yeah, we'll find another job maybe So I saw you complaining about that one as well. Um, yeah, hopefully Micromania grows even more. I just wish you do well. Wish you the best as well. Okay, talking for what is now? Oh, 2 hours exactly is okay. 2 hours already, and I still haven't reached the middle of the people I want to go through. Yeah, it's gonna be a very long video. Okay, we arrive at O-Toad or Q-Toad or Toad or whatever, just the mushroom guy, or the Toad for Mario Kart or whatever. This guy was in my community, and before SPL. The SPL was created and he was invited, and his first event and just destroy the coin record. It's just very funny. He stole my first individual, but I couldn't care less. Like, right now, I lost that first individual on myself. I threw my best games. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about SPL 4. Just want to talk about Toad himself. I think whenever people think about Toad, they just think about his Minecraft skills and stuff. I don't think about it as that. I mostly think about Toad as a person. I don't know why that is. I just always, when I think about Toad, I just think about how he's doing, how he's feeling. All this weird stuff I probably shouldn't, but still, I cared about Toad more than I probably should have, considering just how much we interacted before. I just felt like, I don't know, I felt obligated to support him because I felt like he received just not like hate directly, but he didn't get appreciation for the person he is. Instead of everyone's just praising his Minecraft skills instead of appreciating him as a person. So I try to do that. Obviously, I don't know how good, how effective that was overall, but yeah, I hope Toad was doing just a bit better. Thanks to interacting with me, I definitely was happy to meet Toad, team with him a bunch, even though the events I think with Toad didn't go the best, obviously. Most notably SPL 14, but yeah, those things happen. I would still call it a coincidence that I do bad with Toad. Maybe he's not the best team leader, but you cannot be everything when you're the best player, skill wise already. Yeah, Toad is a great person. You really need to admit that. People who know him know that. People who don't know him just think of him as a good Minecraft player, which is fair, but still, I feel like Toad should be appreciated more as for a person he is. He's a really, really nice person. I don't really need to amplify that. Okay. Now we have a brief mention of Fire and Core chips, or X Fire is or whatever. Fire cheese or I eat corn chips. I don't want to mention how many nicknames they have over there as well. Just want to quickly mention them because I teamed with them once and I had only good memories from with them, so I want to thank them specifically, even though we haven't interacted much. I just felt like I should mention them. Moving on to Merkamaman, Kvichka Mujik, or whatever, Merkamaman. I don't know how other people pronounce it, because obviously I'm from the same country. I know how Merkava is pronounced, like Merkava. This isn't how normal Slav people say. I don't know how they try to actually Merkamaman or whatever. I don't know how English people pronounce Merkamaman, but I assume it's Merkamaman. Session probably. Yeah. Talking about over 2 hours probably destroying my brain a bit. Anyway, the fastest replier on Twitter, that's probably the thing he's known the most for. He has a lot of friends that he's earned because he's a great person again. We haven't met in real life or nothing like this. We haven't even talked in the VC in Slovak together, aside from one time when we teamed together. I think it was like till 16 or whatever. Yeah. This person is always positive, always great. I can't say a single bad thing about McClellan. Very, very, very cool guy. And for some reason, we still interact in English, even though we're both from Slovakia. So, yep. Okay. Moving on to Jason Jazz or Mama Rama, or again, one of the people who have a lot of nicknames. Jason Jazz, even though the people who know him, people often say like he's too young to be in the community itself, because at the time he joined my community, he was way below the terms of service of Discord. Like he was below the age of 13 basically, and still could be one of those people, actually behaved better than most people that were older than him. I think he showed some decent maturity and therefore earned my being my moderator in the later stage of my content creation. Obviously, I think he's like 13 now, so it's completely fine for him to be in the community itself. Yeah, great person. Obviously, one of those people who also suffer from the Geodark syndrome, but to a lesser extent, because he can be proud of himself, and I'm really glad about that, because he really should be. Like Jason is a great person, had some really great moments in Minecraft as well. Most notably, obviously, the infamous 1v4 in SPL 5 dodgeball. Just his legend. Obviously, like, Jason is a great person. Great person. Again, I cannot say a bad thing about him considering his age and just how he actually should have acted like for his age. Like I can probably mention so many people that I would say showed way less maturity than Jason while being significantly older. So okay, moving on to Rosen Geo, or the potato, or basically the potato guy. On indirectly the mascot of my channel as well. Obviously, I did the potato thingy before I met Rosen, but still, kind of that. I mean, his profile picture is the profile picture on my Reddit. I don't know if people realize that, but that's the picture I used for my Reddit. So yeah, when it comes to Rosen, I think it's pretty much very comparable to Pac-Man in terms of my interactions with him. One of my senseis, one of the greatest people I know. Very, very good interactions. I'm really glad to know Rosen. Yeah, again, we haven't interacted in a while together. I don't really know if it's still active on Discord. I haven't seen it in a while. I don't even know if it's still in communities. I just really hope it's doing well. Nonetheless, yeah, my first sensei as well was the first person who was willing to train me and actually got me pretty decent at the game in the early stages of SPL Season 1. Yeah, okay. Probably not gonna make this video any longer if you have like 25 or maybe 30 people to go through, and I already talked for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Okay. I gotta hurry up. Rai plays games, Rai carries games, or Rai in general. Great person, great, even though one of the younger members of my community still show great maturity, was very kind, was very nice. Can't say a bad thing about him. Yeah. Then we go to Senny, who, even though I kind of want to hurry up, I still have a lot of people I want to talk about in depth. And Senny is one of these people. Senny is just, yeah, it's part of my Still 15 team, and why it was so great. Senny is the kind of person who's so great at keeping me well motivated and keeping me in a good mood that don't many people don't have that. I'm really grateful for Senny, for him giving many advice for months. Like, I probably wouldn't be here without Senny. Probably when it comes to my mental health, Senny helped me a lot, and I really appreciate that. Obviously, he's great at the game as well. I unfortunately I only got to team with him once, but it was a great time, and I will forever remember SPL 15. It was a great time. I admire Senny. I really appreciate him, and I hope his streaming career blows up, and he really deserves it. Like, that amount of good in him is really big. I'm just waffling at this point. I really wanna I really wanna mention just how good of a person Senny is. Another Litluke slash Pac-Man slash Rose and Cheeto. Just great person who I cannot say a bad thing about him basically at all. Alright, there's like only a few people left in my community list. So Dartsy, obviously my newest moderator, who's carrying my Discord for a while. Because whenever I went on the team streams on MC Central, he's just posting the teams, and yeah, Dartsy is doing well as a moderator. Obviously, there's nothing really to moderate on my Discord anymore. It's not many people are there anyway. I really appreciate the work he put in at my Discord in such a short period of time. We played it in one event together, I think. It wasn't like a team together, but still. Wanted to mention it because, yeah, the one newest moderator that I can think of the most. So there's another real person who is basically inactive, red cap to 101, or actually I think it's 101, but whatever. Again, moderators that I haven't interacted in a while. Obviously, I went in with MCCI, but that's a different story. Chaotic Max, just wanted to mention him here because we interacted a bit more recently, even though he was he was in my simulations early on, and almost subbed it into an SPL. Then kind of disappeared from my radar until recently, where I found him again and saw that he's actually a pretty successful streamer and doing really well. So good for Max, and hopefully that continues. There's Hop. I want to mention this Hop, Frosties, and Kara. They're just free. I know they probably won't remember me in the greatest light, but I still appreciate them free. Even though I went through a lot of pain, especially from Kara's side, I deserve most of it. So yeah, past is past. I just it's over. It's over in the past now. So yeah, still appreciate you, what you brought into my community, and yeah, hope you're doing really well as well. Okay, comic soon. Again, kind of like this Merkleman. Exactly, is not from the same country. A great guy, always positive. I can't say back in comic anyway. I think I ruined his battle box around. It was like Panda or someone else. I want to be freed. Their team rolled in us. That was a funny moment. That's probably the most memorable moment of comic when I ruined their battle box and some kind of event. I was a random queue, so I didn't I don't really know. So yeah, okay. Tails Boy. Another person that I wouldn't before I met Tails Boy, I wouldn't expect him to like be we obviously didn't become as close as I mentioned some other people before, but still, we were good friends. I helped build the TCC hub a bit. Obviously, we helped each other with stuff. We teamed with each other in one event as well. It was a good time with Tailsboy. Obviously, haven't interacted with him much because obviously I left competitive Minecraft, and meaning I left the development of TCC as well. That kind of meant yeah, I kind of distance myself from that community as well. Still, Tailsboy, great person. I really appreciate him. Rounding off my community list with Brabs and Mutant. Both great people that I gotta say I interacted with much, but still I deserved it. I felt like they deserved the mention here. More than some others. So yeah, thank you for being my community. I appreciate you. Finally got to the last section of MC Central by MC Central plus MC events. So basically I'm gonna go from every single MC Central member, and then I'm gonna go over a few of the community members, just a few, so I can quickly end this video because it's really gonna be really long. Okay. MC Central, starting off with well, my closest friend from MC Central, Ajax, or AJ, or Alex, or whatever you wanna call him. I keep like switching from AJ to Ajax. So I don't mind saying the entire like even Captain Ajax. I don't mind saying the entire name. When it comes to Ajax, one of if not the most supportive people I've met recently. We know each other for over a year. Played together in 2 events so far, and both of them one of the greatest teammates you can have in an event. Very, very supportive of you, even if the things aren't going well. Still very, very supportive. Outside of Minecraft, obviously MC Central, great colleague. Outside of that, on my channel, helped me with bringing Formula One content on my channel. We have a lot of fun over the past few months, and I'm really, really, really glad I met Ajax. Very, very, very glad. I cannot possibly express just how important he is to me. By words, probably. Just want to say, even though he said that I was his inspiration to create his channel, or to like make MCC videos, I feel like over the past year it was more of an inspiration to me actually. So he's the reason why I kept on going with MC content creation to this moment, basically. Without Ajax, probably it would be over by maybe April this year. So yeah, great person. We are pretty close. Talk about a lot of stuff, and I wish him the best. I really want to make this video much longer, but I feel like these people deserve so much more time. Me talking about them, I just cannot. I gotta say, I'm really pretty tired. My throat is actually hurting a bit from talking so much. I don't know why that is. Anyway, I should probably move on. Okay, Lebanana. Is my second closest friend from C Central. Great colleague as well. Was my CC Rising 2 application. The person I knew before C Central was created. From my memories, always great, always nice to talk to. So actually, spend the time with me to help me understand my Scabello struggles, which remain, but we don't talk about it. Yeah, I'm really, really, really happy to always interact with Lebanon. Also, one of the 2 people who do F1 content with me on my channel as well. Really happy he joined, and it's a great was a great addition to me and AGX. I feel like the trio works really well in terms of F1 content. Yeah, great teammate as well. We teamed. We didn't. I don't think we teamed in an event yet, but when we played CI together on stream, it was very nice. So yeah, I should save time, go over the. Even though these people deserve much longer, I'm really sorry. I'm probably gonna try to give you a couple of minutes at most. Okay, Ripcord. About Ripcord. It's one of the channels I think that was competing with my channel in like season 2. What was it? Like me, Mega Ultra Fade, and Ripcord. That's from what I remember. Like, obviously he's still going strong with his channel. I think he's having his biggest growth on his channel over his content creation career. I may be wrong, but I feel like he's doing really well. Started streaming as well, quite a bit. Yeah. When it comes to my interaction with him, always great. Ripcord, great guy. Supporting me as well in tough situations. And yeah, I cannot say a bad thing about Ripcord as well. Aqua Dragon, I feel like he would deserve more from me, but my brain is kind of melting at this point. Just want to say thank you for being there in the past few weeks for me, and generally just being who you are. You're a great person, and even though you just started with your content creation career, I really see that being a successful one in the future. You're a great person, a great friend to have, a great guy to be around, and yeah, I really hope you succeed in whatever future has for you. So yeah, great teammate, very good teammate. Even though obviously he's not as competitive as other players, but still making up for it with his I think he's kind of his own H factor in himself, let's say. Okay, next up, Owernish. Okay, they are great guys. Well, probably we interacted basically 0 times before we made our our Rising application. I mentioned that already. Ever since that, there were no problems. We see the couple of times. We are he's a good colleague. They're a good colleague. I keep using the wrong pronoun. I'm really sorry about that. I'm really tired. Yeah, Winish, great person. I cannot say a bad thing about him as well. Yeah, but a bit more competitive, a bit more on the competitive side as well. But still, whenever they're not doing well, it doesn't ruin them as much. So, good about that. At least that's what I felt like from the last CGN we played together. Hopefully, we do better in Oshi games together. Yeah, that's just okay. Moving on to you. You again. Before FC Central, we haven't interacted at all. I don't think he knew me or I knew him. What I gotta say about you is he's single-handedly carried MC Central to what is it today. Basically, like 60% of MC Central is his work. Kind of expresses how much work he put into the channel. He's basically the carry of ours. Unofficially, the boss as well. Even though we don't have anyone in charge, just do his stuff when we can. I feel like still you is kind of our leader, taking the initiative, going out with the ideas and going out with all the stuff. Really need to appreciate Yu's work as it wasn't for Dew Chapel in Central, Central wouldn't exist right now. I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, really grateful for knowing you. Sploosh, very nice person as well. Bit more on the competitive side, obviously, owns Ocean Games, which, even though it has its flaws, it's still a nice event. Obviously, I know some worse events than Ocean Games, so I still think of it as a decent event in itself, even though the two got cancelled. I feel like he's just on just how to say it. Oh, okay, my brain just melted, I think, finally. Underestimates the amount of work needed for the event to go smoothly, and then there are just other aspects of Ocean Games not working as properly as it should. Obviously, I would love to help Sploosh more, but I kind of distance me from Ocean Games administration itself. What I do now is basically nothing. I'm just an admin with the admin role, not doing anything, because my scoring didn't get used, and I didn't get to do the teams anyway. I didn't get to have a say in the event organization, even though I don't have the bad reputation as the event over. I still have a lot of experience with organizational aspect of the event, how it can go smoother than it did before. Basically, yeah, I hope I could have made Ocean Games 3 happen at least one of them, but unfortunately, when it comes to Sploosh himself, yeah, great person. Can't say a bad thing about him again. We're nice to know, even though we haven't interacted outside of Ocean Games administration, I think, at all. But yeah, from that we understood each other pretty well. We work together well, so it works just fine. Yeah. Okay, Mega Ultra Fate. Okay, Mega Ultra Fate is basically the channel that I always compared mine to when it was growing. Basically, just as well, it was a record as well. I kind of, but still, whenever I was making videos, me and Mega Ultra Fate doing videos, I always saw recommended my videos next to his and his next to mine. That's just, we were like growing simultaneously next to each other. I just remember just like Ultra Fate being there for some reason. You know, he's not done basically nothing for MC Central, because I believe his parents don't allow him, but still, his channel is great, and I hope it does well. You know, I haven't interacted directly too much, so I think about Mega Ultra Fate in a good light. Beast Place, another of those people I haven't met before Central. Basically, made some more MC Central a bit, not too much. I don't want to go into details on this one because obviously you care, right? But still, Beast Place, met him a couple of times at CCI. Haven't talked with them, of him, or whatever. Have teamed with him. I haven't really worked with him in Central anyway, so I don't really have too much to say. I like Beast, even though I don't know it too well. Just Beast Place being Beast Place. I don't have anything bad to say. And yep, I cannot say too many good things because I don't know Beast Place too much. So, yep. Twiggy, same thing. didn't know Twiggy too much before Central, and even after Central was created, Twiggy wasn't doing anything basically. It was just there for the vibes, I guess. Uh, yeah, we brought him in to because he was like making this great shorts on the JS channel and just joining him. Well, sends a couple of messages every couple of weeks. That's about it. Basically, became more involved with CGN recently because he got the team with me, Owen, and Aqua. That was a great team. I enjoyed doing with Twiggy. Even though we haven't interacted directly, it's just us two. Outside of like playing a couple of MCCI random queues together, I kind of think of anything bad about Twiggy. Just a very cool person to know. Okay, got to the point where I'm going to talk about the people I met after I made Central. Well, after we made Central and stuff. So, Luke, Omni, and Tango. So, 3 of my teammates from the purple team from Ultra Games 3. One of the most fun and most chemistry-wise great teams I had in my time as a event player, basically. All of them are great people. Luke's mic is a bit questionable, but still, whenever you ignore the fact that Luke's mic is a bit bad, it's like there's a really good person behind the mic. Yeah, Omni, great person. It's literally like another like Luke, just great person that I really got to know. Tango, I don't think we interacted after Ocean Games 3 like at all, but whenever we teamed together, it was a great time. So yeah, Dustin GG, unofficially my BF. Basically, I feel like we haven't interacted at all before I became his BF. Kind of, it was all this weird situation that we just followed each other on Twitter and just played a couple of events together. Finally got to BC together and play MCCI together to build our friendship a bit. Obviously, even though we act like we know each other better, I feel like we haven't interacted much actually in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, what I have to say about Dustin, great person. Very good person. From my experience, obviously, I saw a lot of other people praising Dustin for who he is. I can agree with basically everything good people have to say about Dustin. So yeah, Dustin is also very good at the game. Gotta admit that, especially his parkour. I gotta appreciate that. Aerodactyl YT or Aerodactyl XD or Aereo, whatever. Another person I met thanks to Ocean Games. Very nice person. Obviously, my carrying Skyvalor random queues because I don't really want to play MCCI whenever I'm solo. MCCI Skyvalor whenever I'm like queuing solo. So mostly whenever I queued Skyvalor, it was with Aereo, which was my carry basically. So yeah, we're supposed to team twice, but I dropped out of both events, unfortunately, so we didn't get to talk too much directly. We talked quite a bit in other VCs where we're together with other people. For example, also the Central streams that Harry was on is a partial member as well. Forgot to mention about Dustin as well. He's a partial member as well. Yeah, great person. Haribo, great person as well. We kind of a cheeky friendly beef with each other, but I think it's kind of solid now. We get a bit competitive. I kind of started. I just wanted to have a bit of banter, and yeah, we are very similar in terms of overall skill in Minecraft, even though he's like much better at Sky Battle, for example, and like I'm much better at Albox, for example. It just we are good at different games, but in the end, overall skill ceiling is like very similar to each other. Just uh, we talked with each other a bit. We teamed at CCI when I was trying Croatia Games too. Yeah, we had a good time. Tortil, again, as most Central members, I didn't know Tortil before. Before Central was a thing, and before I got into Ocean Games. Tortil is a great person. His voice is very deep, and I really like it. I admire deep voices, and yeah, I don't know why I was saying this. Yeah, I really enjoyed Tortil's voice for some reason. We first interacted with in was Ocean Games 1 when we basically became the Ruby Tortils or whatever. Yeah, ever since that, we haven't interacted as much directly, but with friends, we just in the common VCs with other people. He's a central member, partial central member as well. So yeah, more streams together. Yeah, bit of banter on CCI or Twitter sometimes as well. Good person. I'm glad to know Tortil. Kuba, kind of the same thing as Tortil. I feel like I know him a bit less. You know, I don't know Tortil too much. I still think I know Kuba less. Kuba Babylon or Kuba Baby Lion or however people call him. Another good person that I'm glad to know through Central/Ocean Games community. So yeah, glad to know them. Next up, Velvet, Velvet Ashes. Not the Red Velvet King. It was Velvet Ashes is another. Is very similar to me when I was younger, at least from the mindset perspective. I can really understand what he's going through sometimes. I really try to help with my experience from well, 10-year long depression. Anyways, I really hope Velvet's doing well. Obviously, haven't talked to them like in the BC too much, but from the time we interacted, it seemed like a very nice guy. So yeah, we have Chloe Meows, Chloe or Chloe the cat girl. Many nicknames again. Very great person. I actually DM'd her about her personal stuff, so talked about that a bit, gave some advice and so on. So I hope she's doing well, she's doing better. Yeah, great person as well. Anyway, with Foxy, even though my first impression wasn't the best, it was like us teaming together in was CGN 2, I think. Yeah, CGN 2. We teamed together, and Boxy kind of single-handedly ruined our team's morale, which wasn't the best, but as time went on, I kind of forget about it. Yeah, well, learn about Boxy, get to know Boxy a bit better. Great person. Yeah. Okay, I finally got to the end of the list, so yeah, my glasses are dirty as fuck as well. Jesus, this was long. This was very long. Over 2.5 hours just me talking about stuff. I can't imagine how would I edit all of this into being actually edited video and good quality and stuff. I'm just gonna put some gameplay over this and hope like people are willing enough to watch it, I guess. Okay, just gonna quickly thank all of the people mentioned and everyone I didn't mention as well. Everyone who supported me, who watched my videos, watched streams, every single one of my friends, every single one of my teammates. Thank you all for being there. especially my community and my close friends who helped me maintain my crippling mental health over the past few years as well. I kind of, it was really difficult at times, and if I didn't have my community and my friends here, so I would probably not be here anymore, which I'm really glad I got the right people at the right time to talk to me and help me. So thank you so much for this. Even though that was a long roller coaster road with a lot of emotions, good or bad, I'm gonna focus on mainly the good as I tried in this video. Yeah, a lot of great memories, a lot of moments that I'm gonna think about. I want to thank you everyone for who stuck with me the entire time. I'm really glad about it. I I can't possibly explain just how grateful I am to know people I've met, and I, I'm saying this after every person that I just wish them the best, but I really, really mean it. The people that brought me so much good memories, they really, really deserve better. There are so many good people that I've met along the way. Okay, I'm just, I don't know what I was saying before. Just, I wanna, okay, sentimental I am, I guess. Didn't mean to get this loss of words state, and I just wanna lie on the floor and cry away basically. Yeah, I'm really, really happy for every single person who I met. And yeah, anytime anyone mentioning this video, I have even not mentioned, you can DM me anytime. My DMs are open on Discord. If you want to talk, just straight up anything. I'm free to talk most of the day until I find a job, obviously. Just still a questionable thing. I hope I find a job soon. Obviously, 3 job interviews so far, and none of them were successful, even though they looked good. They looked pretty promising. So I hope get a job sooner or later. What is this? What is this notification from? Oh, screw what? Twitch Royals? That's probably old. What is this? It's 2 minutes ago uploaded. Oh, it's like a full stream. Okay, anyway, never mind. Yeah, probably gonna end this video now. Before I break down, probably. I went through a lot of memories, and yeah, unforgettable memories that I got from my content creation career. There's a lot of people that I wouldn't. My channel wouldn't be here without the people that I've met along the way. I just thank you all again. It's an incredible experience that I had my first few years. Obviously, I'm not quitting forever. I may reappear even in 1 month. Who knows? I don't know what future holds for me. I just know I have to take a break of some sorts right now, and yeah, unofficially quitting from Minecraft and the Minecraft community, Minecraft events, and all of this, so I can build on myself and improve my mental health more, so I'll be happy with myself. Yeah, you'll help me so much. I can't possibly thank you enough, especially the people that I mentioned directly about this. You know who you are. You helped me through my difficult times. I'm just a human like every other else. Everybody person here I mentioned and other viewers, you're just humans like me. You'll make mistakes. People have bad stays in their lives, and yeah, I just want to say like my final message: don't spread hate. Just try to be positive, because whenever you're positive to other people, it has much greater influence than being just hateful for each other. You're not gonna improve a person by hating on them. You need to give them support and explain them what's wrong and what can improve on. Yeah, kindness and friendship is literally the answer to most problems there is. Uh, People should appreciate that more. I definitely appreciate my friends and appreciate what they done to me. I I could be as great of a friend to these people as well. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at doing the stuff they help me with. I'm a good listener, but I'm really bad at giving advices for some reason. Sometimes, just sometimes I don't know what to say. I just try to be with the person and so they're not alone. Because that's what helped me quite a ton. Having people there instead of just being alone and stuff. Just thank you all, even those people didn't mention. Just you're awesome, great. You should keep up with being great. Wish you the best. Okay, I guess I'll this now. It was a long one. See you on Minecraft.